Hello everyone. Today in this particular lecture, I am going to discuss the concept of safety inventory and supply chain. In this particular lecture, we are going to discuss several aspects that what is the concept of safety inventory or we call it safety stock. Then we will discuss reasons for carrying safety stock means why there is a need to carry safety stock by an organization, what are the various reasons behind it, that we will discuss further. And at the last we will also discuss factors influencing levels of safety inventory, means what are the various factors which are responsible to decide whether we should have increased or reduced level of safety inventory. So let's begin with the concept of safety inventory. What does it mean actually? So in slide, as we can go through, that it is an additional quantity of an item held by a company in its stock in order to reduce the risk that the item will be out of stock. It means always every company keeps some buffer stock, some additional margin of their raw material, their semi-finished goods as well as finished goods, so that in case of uncertain environment, uncertain demand in the market, whether it is if it is increased, then that inventory can be utilized to satisfy to meet that level of demand, so that a company can avoid the situation when they can lose the sale because of unavailability of their product. It also acts as a buffer. As I said, it acts as a buffer in case the sales and items are greater than planned or the company supplier is unable to deliver additional units at the expected time. It means maybe due to certain problems, maybe due to some accident on the road, while while transporting goods from one place to the another one, or maybe as of current time, as we can see, because of this COVID-19, the companies, the suppliers are not able to deliver their various types of material to their destination in the producing organization in the factories. Because but if the companies had managed a adequate level of safety inventory at that particular moment of time, then the possibilities were there that they may have a sustenance in the production of those kind of material. But if we do not have that safety inventory, we cannot produce even a day more if the supply is not available. We can also have an example of safety stock. Let's take an example. Let's assume a situation that a company uses the EOQ model to determine the amount of product or materials it orders. In that case, since the model requires an assumption of annual demand, there is a risk that demand will be greater than estimate used. So these kind of possibility may also exist, that demand may increase than the forecast they have already made. So let's assume that the company's EOQ is 2000 unit. As per the calculation, as per the data available with them, the EOQ for an year is 2000 unit. So as a precaution, the company may decide to always have an additional 200 units or 300 units on hand as its safety inventory. If demand is not constant, the company could increase the quantity of its safety inventory also during the peak sale period, and then reduce the quantity during period of low sale. So these kind of mechanism, decision systems, the company generally uses to avoid the situation when they cannot have the material to produce further, or when they cannot have their final product to supply further into the market. Now let's move to the next aspect of this lecture, which is what are the various reasons for carrying safety inventory. So in this lecture, we are going to discuss these four reasons due to which a company is bound to carry or bound to maintain the safety inventory in their stores or warehouses. The first one is protect against unforeseen variation in supply. So we can take an example that if your supplier, if in a company, the supplier is unexpectedly closed for a month, or if there is a disruption of your order in transit, you don't waste time fulfilling orders to your customers with safety stock, because you have already maintained the level of safety stock. Then you can fulfill the demand without any kind of interruption in the process itself. Supply chains are longer and more globalized, with more forces causing disruptions than ever before. So as we know, the time is highly volatile nowadays, and in this pandemic attack across the globe, as we know, more than 190 countries are there, those who are suffering this pandemic attack. In that case also, there is a problem of supply, because companies are connected globally. So to avoid these kind of situation, company must have safety inventory in their stores so that they can at least sustain for a time period. Second point is compensate for forecast inaccuracies. So perhaps you as a company have a consistent demand for a certain item, but one month you sell more than your forecast. With safety inventory in place, you don't sacrifice your customer service level while you replenish, because you have already maintained the level of safety inventory. So you can have the supply from that inventory to the market, even if you have the more demand in the market than your forecast. But due to that marginal inventory or the safety inventory, you will not be facing any trouble in supplying goods in consistent manner into the market. And third one is prevent disruptions in manufacturing or deliveries. The purpose of safety stock or inventory is to make sure your customer service level stay high and your supply chain runs smoothly. Then with the help of safety stock in place, your workers are not running around trying to constantly locate and reorder parts. They are fulfilling orders to your customers. So you will not be having any kind of idle time for your workers. You will not be having any kind of trouble or any kind of interruption in your production process in terms of your or in your supply chain as well, because have you can achieve the level of, or you can maintain the consistency with the help of safety inventory. So will not be having any kind of problem because of disruptions. You can prevent it with the help of safety inventory. And the last point is avoid stock outs to keep customer service and satisfaction level high, because as we know in the market that customers are the king. You have to fulfill their demand anyhow. But if, because if your customers are there, if they will not find your service or product at the place, then they may switch to the other one, and they can become the loyal to that particular brand. To avoid these kind of situations, you may also avoid the situation of stock outs, because if the stock is running out, you can fulfill it with the help of safety inventory from your company itself. In that case, you will be able to maintain your customer service at a satisfactory level, and your customer will remain engaged and loyal with your company. You will not be losing any kind of profitability because of that particular reason. Now move to the third aspect, which is factor influencing level of safety inventory. So what does this heading actually means? It means what are the various factors due to which we should have safety level of safety inventory high or low. So we can decide it based on these particular factors and the situation of the company on these grounds. The first one is nature of the store items, whether the store meant for manufacturing purposes are indigenously or locally produced or likely to be imported will affect the fixation of safety stock level within an organization. Suppose if you import your material for the further production, then possibility is there that you have to maintain higher level of safety inventory, because as much as distance is there in your supply chain, that will create the, we can say, the probability of interruption will be high. To avoid these kind of interruption, you have to maintain the higher level of safety inventory. Contrary to this, if you are purchasing your raw material locally within a few miles, then in that case you need not to have that much level of safety inventory as you were maintaining in case of when you were importing from other countries. So based on this nature of the store's items, you can also decide whether you should maintain the higher level or lower level of safety inventory. Second one is stock out cost. This cost, these type of cost exercise considerable influence on the holding of stock in an organization. These include like loss of sales if there were no stock of finished goods, cost of production, stoppage of material and work in progress, stock and cost associated with placing urgent orders for replenishment. So in simple language, we can understand that if your stock out cost is higher, in that case you have to maintain more safety inventory. Stock out means you do not have any stock to proceed further for the production, maybe to proceed further for delivering those goods to the market, to the intermediaries like wholesaler, retailer, or maybe directly to the customer. If this cost is higher, means it will take more time in fulfilling your stock again. In that case, you have to maintain higher level of safety inventory. Contrary to this, if stock out cost is minimal, you need not to worry about the safety inventory. You can keep it low, or you can have zero safety inventory in case of there is negligible stock out cost. Third one is lead time. The emergency reserve stock level depends on the procurement time of stores. It is to be taken into account as to how much time will be taken from placing an order up to the receiving of delivery of that particular type of material to your production unit. If the lead time is zero, now the condition is there that if the lead time is zero, then there is no need of any buffer stock, because you can promptly get it whenever it gets empty or it gets zero. Or on the other hand, if the lead time is higher, in that case you have to maintain adequate level of safety inventory, because once it gets zero, it will take time to have the same material in place in your organization for the further production. So when your lead time is high, in that case you have to maintain higher level of safety inventory. When your lead time is zero, you can have minimum level or maybe zero level of safety inventory, because you can easily get it whenever it is required. Next is number of suppliers. Now we will take two conditions. Suppose you have one supplier, or you have more than we can say 5 suppliers for a particular type of material, or we can say the alternative suppliers. If you have only one supplier for your material to be produced further as a final product, in that case you should maintain higher level of safety inventory. Why? Because maybe the probability of interruptions, or we can say the barriers in getting the material will be higher, because you are dependent upon only one supplier. Once it fails, you will not be having any kind of stock, because no alternative is available. On the other condition, in the other condition, when we have suppose 5+ suppliers or 4 or 3 suppliers, in that case we can say that you should have lower level of safety inventory, because once your one supplier is not able to supply the material, the desired material to your organization, in that case you can quickly move to the another one. You can get the desired material of same standard, same size, same lot, same quality at minimum time as possible. So in that case, when we have number of suppliers, when we have more number of suppliers for the material, you need not to worry about the safety inventory. It can remain low or zero. But if you have only one supplier, then you should have comparatively higher level of safety inventory. Last point is determination of safety stock or inventory. So uncertainty in demand is also one of the factor which affect or influence the determination of safety level, safety inventory. Because why I'm saying so? Because once your demand is highly volatile, you cannot predict it, you cannot forecast it accurately or near to the exact figures or exact demand. In that case, what will happen? Your data is highly volatile. Always your demands are fluctuating with the day, with the month, or with the years. In the previous years, if we compare, in that case, you should have higher level of safety inventory. Why I'm saying so? Because you will never want to lose your sales. For this purpose, you will always be maintaining higher level of safety inventory. Maybe some cost will arise, but in the long run, you will find that you are able to meet the demand in the market. Because of volatility, you are maintaining safety inventory. You can easily produce, you can easily deliver, you can easily have the supply of material into the market. In that case, you will be having no loss of sale due to unavailability of your product. You will not be having no loss of idle time of workers because you have safety inventory to proceed further for developing final products. I hope this concept of safety inventory in supply chain is pretty much clear. But still, if you have some doubt, you can comment on this YouTube video so that I can answer them effectively and promptly. Thank you very much.